Hello, I'm Phil from Getwindsurfing. I'm a windsurfing coach and team rider for Starboard. I want to show you my wave setup for 2023. First of all, let's look at the boards. I am about 70 to 75 kilos and most of my wave sailing is done in locations such as Ireland, Morocco, maybe even the southwest UK in Cornwall. All these locations you are going to get good swell with powerful waves. Because of this, I choose to ride the Hyper. I'm looking for something that is as manoeuvrable as possible and gives me as much precision for my riding. I also use this board on my home beach of Hayling Island where the waves are a little bit softer and less powerful, and because I'm a small rider it still works well for me. Looking at sails, for 2023 I've chosen a quiver of S1s. The S1's a 4-batten sail and it has a good low end power. This pairs really nicely with using my Hypers, which maybe lose out on a little bit of low end, so the S1 helps me to overcome this. Also, they're phenomenally light and they're just begging to be thrown about and feel very, very manoeuvrable. If you look at the cut of the sail, you can see that the clew is slightly higher cut than maybe a blade. This helps to encourage you to be more manoeuvrable with the sail. I like to pair it with using an Enigma boom, which is light, stiff, very reliable. I use 32-inch lines with my wave sails, and because I do so much travelling, I use the carbon Cyclops extension. The Cyclops makes rigging so easy. I've gone for the carbon one because when you're flying with your equipment, every gram of weight saved counts. Looking at the masts I'm using in my sails, I'm using the Severne Red. This is for maximum performance, but also maximum weight saving. It makes the rig feel feather light, but really important to me, for someone who travels all around the world running clinics and trips, is when packing for the aeroplane, I need to save as much weight as possible. The red mast really helps. When I'm windsurfing closer to home, I also use the Gorilla masts, which, although a little bit more heavy, still very lightweight, excellent performance, and really reassuringly have a good 2-year warranty. I'm going to show you how to rig your S1 and tune it for various conditions. First thing I do is pay attention to the specifications down the bottom here. These are a great guide to start with, and before I unroll my sail, I like to make sure that I have my extension set right and my boom set right. It says 7, it's in increments of 2. I'm going to put it on 6. See how it looks. Top tip, before you unroll your sail, make sure all your bits are close to you. The last thing you need on a windy beach is to unroll the sail, it trying to flap away like crazy, and you realise you've left your extension in the car. So, all my equipment is here. Keep the wind on your back, unroll the sail. Top section goes in. Bottom section in. Really important, make sure it's clean. You don't want it to get stuck together. And make sure the join is firmly together. Some people like to tape the join. Feed the mast up the sleeve. When you find there's some resistance, come to the cutout and feed it up from there. Don't worry about the sail bunching up, it's tougher than you think. Push it in, pull it down. Make sure the mast is fully at the top. It's still together. My extension is already set to the correct length, but if I need to change it to the bottom of the collar and just push up. I've gone too far now, haven't I? Okay. I'm using the Cyclops. This is fantastic for rigging quickly. Loops through. Make sure the rope is not crossed over and over the roller. Loop and go. Keep your back straight, push with the legs. Okay. Push with your legs to apply the downhaul. I'm looking for the loose leech to come in to the mini batten. Just to the end of it there. Going to stash the rope in the pocket. Time to put the boom on. Make sure the gate is at the bottom. Open it up and it will push through easy. This way, it's very simple to loop the rope over and close the lever. Boom height, anywhere between lower shoulder to eye level. To get it roughly shoulder height, fingertips to the end of the extension, and it should come to the mid of the elbow. We can look at the height later. Outhaul is a loop and go system. You loop the line through, make sure it's not twisted, and over the hook. Pull the loose end. Top tip, don't pull too much. One of the biggest mistakes I come across is people pulling on too much outhaul. Take away the slack and then just a couple of centimetres. Tidy the end away. That is how I rig my S1 for most conditions. My boom now, once I put it on the mast foot or the UJ, will go up a couple of inches and be shoulder height. Once I find the height I like, I can use these markings on the luff as a reference to what height works for me. I know that for my personal preference when I'm riding, I like a low boom and I like it on the third marker. I like a low boom when I ride the waves, as it encourages me to drop my body weight low and stay compact with my lower body to drive the board around the turns. As a minimum with the downhaul for most sails, I find having the loose leech just to the end of the mini batten works well. However, if you're a little bit overpowered or the sail is feeling a little bit draggy or backhanded, it could be a sign you need more downhaul. That would work really well with the downhaul going halfway across that top panel. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people pulling on too much outhaul. If I pull too much, the sail goes completely flat and it will be hard for the sail to capture the wind and to keep stable. Instead, we want the sail to have some shape to it so that it's easy to catch the wind, and that helps to give us some stability as well. Lighter winds, a little bit less outhaul. Stronger winds, a little bit more. Not a huge difference, a couple of centimetres can make it change completely. I hope you find it useful looking at my wave quiver for 2023. If you've got any more questions, please add them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.